Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. All right, guys. So daily free picks for January 1st, 2021. 2021 sounds futuristic, doesn't it? Like if you had to pull a name out of a hat to do like a future sci-fi movie, like the year 2021, like it fits, doesn't it? Adios 2020. So a little bit embarrassing here actually, guys, because look, I did the video yesterday. I gave you guys, the most inspirational message I could think of to pass out there, and genuinely wish you guys, a very happy New Year's. And I started thinking about it. It's like, I'm definitely going to get into some cocktails on New Year's, many cocktails. So I'm not going to be handicapping games. So I got to get this done early. And I don't really want to wait till later on to, film a video half in the bag, giving out lines that I picked, 3 or 4 hours ago. So that leaves me doing this video again. So I'm here talking to you guys again before New Year's. It kind of feels like, like someone who has this epic quit scene in a movie or something. Like they quit their job epically and they give this big amazing speech and then leave the office and everyone's like, wow, that's incredible. And then he's comes back in oh, I forgot my jacket. That's what this video is like, So I have no epic speeches, guys. Still wishing you guys a very happy New Year's. I hope everyone has a great time tonight. Be safe. I will do a couple Q&As very, very quickly, guys. If you're just here leeching for picks, then hit the fast forward button. But if you want to learn a couple things, you can stick around. I will do a little bit of Q&A, guys. The Q&A, to be honest with you, it's not super educational. Just, I had some people ask a little bit about, my current life and past. So I'm going to answer a couple questions quickly. Before I do, guys, look, we lost our T in a play. We had the under in the Mississippi State game and Tulsa, and first half looked great. That seems to be a trend over the last couple of days. First half looks great, and then second half, we get dive bombed. I'll tell you something. When you have 13 points and a half and you're betting the under, that's a great thing. When you have 21 points and a quarter and you're betting an under, it's not a good thing. And that's what we had in the second half, almost twice, really. So look, we didn't get the play. As some people mess with me about that punt. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that was. To be honest, I felt bad for the punter, and then I watched that a couple times on replay. He kind of throws himself down on the ground, and I thought he faked an injury afterwards, which whatever. But I mean, I can't say we lost specifically because of the punt. There was another score even after that one, so whatever. It is what it is. That was a terrible punt, though. I mean, that poor guy, he's got to watch himself on ESPN for the next month because he's probably going to get one of the top 3 spots with that punt. So we took the loss there. Masterclass, we did pick up a win on Mississippi State. So we had Mississippi State in that one, and I said before the video, they should have been favored, okay? I mean, in terms of the actual numbers, they should have been favored. Why weren't they favored? Simple. Vegas doesn't have to favor them. Why would they have to favor them? They're gonna get most of the money coming in on the ranked team, right? Against this lowly Mississippi State team. Mississippi State should have been a favorite. I said in yesterday's Masterclass video. Couple games going on right now. I don't have any finals for you, and I don't really want to say, based on the last couple of days, how everything's gone. But, we have the under in the Wisconsin-Minnesota game. Last time I checked, it was looking good. Masterclass, we had Wisconsin -8. That was looking really good. And then we got some more games later tonight. So quick question and answer before I jump into today's picks, guys. I have a couple plays for you guys, 3 additional plays in Masterclass, five plays in total. A little bit of a light card. But the question I got asked a few questions. I've been asked this a number of times, and I have answered a couple people individually, but I just figured I'd just share it with you guys. Some of you guys are new to the channel. You're getting, picks, and you're investing your money with this stranger you met on the internet, right? Sounds like a recipe for disaster. So I'll give you just a really, really quick background, guys. I've been a professional sports bettor now just over 16 years. The questions that were asked were, one, Did you go to university, or if so, what did you major in university? And also, I talked about yesterday that I own 3 companies. I said, what companies do you own? Okay, so I'll address that one really quickly, guys. I own 3 companies, plus obviously the sports betting is my major focus. I have a taxi company, a GPS tracking company where I do tracking and fleet optimization for large shipping companies. So we're basically Big Brother, I guess. But what we'll do is, we'll find a fleet of vehicles, a couple of hundred vehicles, trucks on the road. We put our GPS products in there and monitor for efficiencies, look at, hard cornering, hard braking, things like overuse of fuel, taking wrong routes, etc., etc. We're an optimization company. So I have that. Then I have an asset management company, which basically is my real estate arm, holds any real estate investment. Plus, we picked the wrong year for it, so we kind of held back. We're starting doing some corporate lending as well, lending some money to small businesses. We have dialed that back considerably just because our risk assessment model doesn't work in this current environment. So I'm not doing that right now, but that will be something in the near future. So I have 3 companies. I talked about yesterday. So the question, guys, look, do I still bet on sports full time? Absolutely. Sports betting is my passion and it's what I do. And I'm able to do that because what I said in yesterday's video, guys, I surround myself with good people. Okay. I've made good hires. And I think, please don't take this as a comparison, but if you ask Warren Buffett, why Warren Buffett was so successful with Berkshire Hathaway and why he was able to grow, it wasn't necessarily his hands-on management style, but Warren Buffett is an expert and a master at identifying people's strengths. And he put good people into good positions where they could be successful. And I think that, I've strived to do that. And I've been fortunate that, some amazing people have come into my life that I've been able to put into positions to run my companies, in general manager capacities or, partnership capacities, etc. And that's been absolutely fantastic. So it's allowed me to focus almost 100% on sports betting this time of year. And I'll go in still a few times a month just to, A, let them know I'm still watching, and B, just to help out, do some paperwork, et cetera, et cetera. So sports betting is my main focus, but I do have those 3 companies. And who knows, 2021 could be, the next adventure, next expansion, right? Finally, guys, and then I'll get into the picks here. Look, did I go to university? No, I didn't. I finished grade 12. I did manage to get my high school diploma, but I don't know if this is something I should be proud of or not, but I graduated grade 12 with the absolute minimum amount of effort that I could. I had a 51.5 average in all my classes, and I passed every one of them. That's hard to do. It was actually probably harder to do than just paying attention and doing good things. But I was already 3 steps ahead of high school. I was done with high school and I was ready to go out into the world and stake my claim. Proved to be a little bit more difficult than I was expecting. I think when you're in high school, you think you just go out there and, take over the world. Not exactly. So it was a little bit harder, but I toyed with the idea earlier on in high school. Did I want to go to university or did I not? And I kind of decided early grade 11, there's no way I'm going to go to university. So, I had some time to come to grips with the fact that I wasn't going. So to me, guys, not going to university turned out to be a great thing for me because it really gave me a head start. So this was like my mindset that all my friends are going to university. I mean, everyone went to university. I didn't. So they're going to be in school for 4 to 5 years, most of them 4 years. Okay. That gives me 4 years to establish myself in the world, and be on at least an even playing field when they get out. The last thing I wanted is when they graduated when they graduated university and they had their degrees, that, I was stuck at the bottom and entry level. I didn't want that. So I worked really, really hard and I was cognizant of 4 years, and I love them and I wish them all the success in the world, but it was a barometer in which I could measure myself. Yeah, guys. So during the 4 years, I went through everything, guys, like all kinds of crazy stuff. I worked in the restaurant business. I delivered pizzas. I worked at Dave & Buster's. What else did I do? I worked at Honda manufacturing. I was building cars. I did like all kinds of stuff, like just out of high school, and all trying to find my way. Now, I went through some of like the darkest times in terms of like, my financial life and stuff. There's times where when I was delivering pizza, I wasn't sure if I had enough gas to get to the pizza store to even get the pizza, and I was hoping that the first house I would go to, I'd at least get a $3 or $4 tip so I could top up my car. So, those are dark times. But at the end of the day, guys, having that goal of trying to be, within 4 years established, end up working out and end up doing very well. Now, at the time, guys, I was dead set against university. I thought, look, unless you were going to specialize in something, there was really no point in university. I mean, if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, it requires that. But I mean, just going to university for the sake of going to university never really appealed to me. I know a lot of friends, they went and they majored in something and they do something totally different in their life now. But I will say, there are some days where I wish I had gone to university, not for the reasons that people would think, though, not for the higher education. Look, here's my take on university, guys. Some of you guys, you might have a different view, but look, yeah, you're going to get yourself a decent education. At the end of the day, though, look, I do a lot of hiring. Okay, I have a significant amount of employees that work between my two companies, and at the end of the day, guys, I can tell you that in this day and age, you have someone that is coming out of school and they've got a diploma and a degree and everything, and they walk in the exact same age as another guy who left high school and he's got 4 years of solid work experience. I'm leaning towards a high school guy. I really am. I'm leaning towards a guy with 4 years of work experience under his belt. So, does the university degree really open those doors anymore? I don't know, but I'll tell you what it does. And and there's a reason why a Harvard education, the Yale education costs so bloody much and so many people want to do it. And it's not that, maybe you're going to get a little bit of a better education at Harvard than you are at, a state college or somewhere. We have to acknowledge that at least. But the advantage to going to a prestigious school like Harvard or Yale or any of the Ivy League colleges is the connections you're making, guys. That is what I missed out on in going to university, and what probably would have helped jumpstart, some of my real estate career or some of my other businesses where I could go out and seek investors. The Rolodex, do people still use that? But the Rolodex of names that you accumulate at school, that's key. Okay, those are your contacts you want to stay in touch with for the rest of your life, guys, because again, when you're going to, you're going to high school, you're going to make some great contacts, but, people are going to go in all kinds of different directions. When you go to Harvard, guys, you're rubbing elbows with future presidents, with titans of industry, with the top lawyers in the world, with the best stockbrokers, the best investors, best everything. And that, to me, guys, was the advantage that I missed out on in university. I have a younger half brother, guys. He is going second year of university now. And I gave him this exact speech, okay? Learn everything you can, be a sponge. This is the time to learn it. But university is about contacts. And that's what I feel like I missed out on there. But to turn your short question into that really long answer, no, I didn't go to university. I just graduated high school barely and went straight into the world. Okay, so that being said, guys, let's jump into it. I know you guys have better things to do than listen to me ramble on New Year's Eve, but there it is. Okay, guys, so again, I have 2 plays for you guys and 3 additional plays in Masterclass. The first play, guys, college football, Cincy and Georgia. So Cincinnati, Georgia, guys, we're going to go over 51.5 in this one. Over 51.5, Cincinnati and Georgia. I like the over in that game. Now, I don't have anything in the Notre Dame Alabama game. Look, the money distribution favors Notre Dame. I have a system on Notre Dame, but I've seen this before, guys. Like, look, 60% of that money's on Clemson, and that line just won't budge. It won't budge, and it looks like a high line. Doesn't it? It looks like a lot of points to be giving up to Notre Dame, which, I just haven't been sold on Notre Dame this year. I know that, they obviously won the huge game before, to do this or to get up. They were number 2 ranked and then slid to number 4. But, I would think that, no offense to any Notre Dame fans, but I think they're the weakest 4th ranked team that I've seen in many, 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 many years. But again, do I want to load up on Bama at 19 points? I mean, that's a lot of points to give up. So I'm not going to do either. And that's ultimately, guys, I tell you, that's the difference between, a scam handicapper, a little midget guy running around Vegas trying to sell picks for $500, and a professional sports bettor. Okay, professional sports bettors, we're not always going to have picks in every game. Okay, and I don't have one in that game for you guys. So, sorry. And I said this before. I will find something in the Super Bowl, but it might not always. There's always picks in the Super Bowl. There's so many props and opportunities, but I might not always have a side or a total. And I mean, you know what? If you can lay off a side and a total in a Super Bowl, you're a professional sports bettor, because no one else can, guys. And it's pretty rare, but if there's no value, there's no value. Okay. So, next play, guys, going over to college basketball, we are going to take Troy +8. Troy +8. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys are interested in Masterclass, I do have a pick in the Ohio State Clemson game, and one more college basketball play and an NBA play for you guys. So if you're interested in that, check it out. I apologize for, again, the longer video here, guys, but I did want to go over some Q&A stuff. So now, thank you guys very much. And for the final time in 2020, have a very lucky day.